Hello everyone, again this is Ethan Shapiro, founder of Climate Change Realty, and in this video we are going to be taking a look, of course, at entry-level homes in Louisville and Superior together. So the combined towns of Louisville and Superior have a population of 34,000 people, approximately of course, and the average price of an entry-level home in these two areas is $600,000 all the way up to $700,000. Now the average entry-level home in this area is probably going to have 3 bedrooms and between 2 and 3 bathrooms. I put 2.5 because a lot of them have 2 and a lot of them have 3, so it kind of depends on which area you're in. Now the average amount of square footage on an entry-level home in Louisville and Superior is 1,360 square feet. The average plot size for an entry-level home in Louisville Superior is about 0.12, and the average year that your entry-level home was probably built is 1992, and your annual property taxes will probably be right around $2,400 for the year. And of course, the most exciting part for me is taking a look at that average price per square foot for an entry-level home in all the different cities. So of course, you get this number by dividing the average price by the average amount of square footage that's livable, and then you're going to get that average price per square foot. So of course, in Louisville Superior, the average price is $600,000 to $700,000. The amount of livable square footage is 1,360. So when you divide those two numbers, you get an average price per square foot range between $440 to $515, which of course is significantly higher than Westminster, Longmont, Broomfield, and the surrounding areas. Now the next question is, who can actually afford to live here? So I always love to use the classic 30-year fixed rate mortgage with a 20% down payment to give you a feel for how much it costs to own an entry-level home in a city. So remembering that average price point of $600,000 to $700,000, 20% of that is going to give you a down payment between $120,000 and $140,000. So now we're going to explore a couple different interest rate scenarios to give you a feel for how much a monthly mortgage payment, including taxes, insurance, and all that stuff, would cost to live in Louisville Superior. So for a 30-year fixed rate mortgage with a 20% down payment at a 6.5% interest rate, you're going to be paying right around $3,440 a month, all the way up to $3,950 a month between $600,000 and $700,000 purchase price. Now, if we bump that interest rate up to 7%, then you're paying $3,600 a month, all the way up to $4,135 a month. Again, if we change that interest rate and bump it up a little bit higher to 7.5%, then you're paying $3,765 a month, all the way to $4,325 a month. Now, who's actually going to qualify for these monthly mortgage payments is going to depend on something called your debt to income ratio, and that can never go higher than 50%. So a bank will never loan someone more than half of their monthly pre-tax income. So for example, if you were to get a 6.5% interest rate on a 30-year fixed rate mortgage with a 20% down payment, the minimum pre-tax annual income you would need is $82,550 a year, all the way up to $95,500 a year for a $600,000 to $700,000 home. Again, same scenario with a 7% interest rate. Your minimum income, bare minimum you could make to get approved, is $86,500 all the way up to $99,250 a year. 7.5% interest rate, you could imagine the numbers continue to go up. $90,350 all the way up to $104,000 a year just to get that minimum entry-level home in Louisville Superior with a 30-year fixed rate 20% down payment mortgage. Of course, I'm going to provide you with the examples of 10% down and 3% down just to see how these scenarios actually make the numbers go up and have your income need to be even higher just to get approved. And as always, if you guys want to talk about this more, or if you ever have any other questions, feel free to reach out to me at any time. I'd love to hear from you. Again, Ethan Shapiro, Climate Change Realty. See you on the next one.